all of our intrepid AV players. How are you this evening?
Sorry, it's been, I'm still adjusting. Are we back from the fantasy world? Oh, no? Oh, okay.
No, not quite.
Nope, not quite. But which one of you lovely players would like to do our recap from last week so that we can give out some adversity tokens?
Well, I forgot to shove my notes in a Google Doc, but...
That doesn't sound like you at all.
We've been too busy talking. Let's see. We're off on our journey to find Serenia when we came across some bioluminescent leaves in the forest and realized they smelled very much like chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
And it was very beautiful, and we made a few flower crowns, and Lucky gave hers to Dell, I think. Our new mermaid friend who we encountered in the forest. And she got permission to leave.
Yeah, you have a mermaid on two legs.
Through a series of conversations, we promised our new friend Dell that we'd find her an orange somewhere.
Did?
It's very important.
Learned that it would be culturally inappropriate to do anything more than dip your hands in the water if you tried to visit it when you can't breathe underwater. The mermaids would not like that.
But you can take a bath with explicit permission.
Ah, okay. We learned that not all mermaids can grant wishes, but their ruler can if it is deemed a worthy wish. Our new friend Dell told us all about the kids that sided with the Summer Queen and the Winter King, respectively. The sprites make sure that the Winter King can't get into the forest, and the wolves attack anyone who wishes to do them harm. Lizzie, the princess that sided with the Winter King, I believe?
Mm-hmm.
I believe, yes.
She's kind of stuck up, and she's not allowed in the forest either. The Summer Queen, though, she's friends with Serenia the Unicorn, and she is allowed in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I have in my notes, we made our own kind of music, magic community for wayward people. No context note for there.
That sounds accurate.
Let's see. We learned that the unicorn, the mermaids, they have not seen anyone like us since the before. And the question was asked, are we in the after? And it's before the war and after the war. That's the two time periods of this fantasy world. We learned that the librarian who has our book that will help us to get home is in the castle, which will be a dangerous journey, but the librarian is being held prisoner somewhere. I believe it was mentioned that it was underground, the prison?
Yes. It is an oubliette.
Oubliette!
Formed of. So all of my old school 80s fantasy nerds, welcome to the labyrinth.
Yup.
If I do say so myself, the voice is not going to happen, but if you happen to meet the Winter King, just imagine David Bowie as Jareth.
Okay.
Does that include the codpiece?
Yes. It's David Bowie as Jareth. Like,
of course.
That's...
Did you know that for the orb juggling, he actually had like a professional juggler sitting like flush behind him, basically doing the arm
Did you do that?
I did know that.
Did you do that and put his arms? Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Also, I googled it, and Lucky's 1 year older than Sarah was in the Labyrinth movie, so...
You know,
wow.
I like to throw in the 80s trivia, because, you know, I'm a little 80s baby, and it was one of my favorites, so enjoy my shenanigans, young ones.
Ooh, that's right. Dell popped up with a crown that we need to return in order to ensure we have all of the tasks/tools necessary to get in and out of the prison cell. It is revealed that this crown is the Summer Queen's crown, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Dell is also a healer, as we learned, or as Isaac learned, when getting rid of a migraine led to him just passing out from relief. We got a nice 5.5 to 6 hours of sleep. Dell woke everybody up by poking at their feet.
I never thought I would say that ever say that I am jealous of Isaac, because not only did he just get
Right?
to heal a migraine, but he also got mostly a good night's sleep. Living the
A lot
dream.
more than you.
Yes.
Ooh, Dell had to learn what shoes were.
Not a fan.
And we might be looking for sandals like Twiggy has.
Yes.
So, we had to go past the bridge to get out of the Sunlight Castle.
Oh yes, the shenanigans of the bridge.
Yes, we had to. We devolved into, what was it, like 15 minutes worth of dad jokes to get across the bridge with the bridge
Yes.
keeper. From the bridge, we see a river that flows toward the forest of maybe a town or a city. The town is built into a mountainside. Serenia gave Dell the legs. She'd rather not risk her new legs because she likes them. Isaac and Charlie know to never leave home without their towels.
Yes.
Very important.
Out of context, he needs to be more like Charlie. Charlie's very cool.
Charlie has no idea.
Twiggy and Dell meandered away from where they were supposed to be going toward the castle. We realized that, oh god, none of us have money. We learned that Narcissa is the queen of the merfolk, that Lizzie sided with the king, and Josie, the younger sister, sided with the summer queen. We're asking for a lot of favors, but we need another one to find out if we can go and see the queen. Charlie's watch is still malfunctioning. Oh, I have the prison is in another castle. The bad guy's in a different castle, the queen is in this one, king is in the other one, the prison is actually the oubliette. And then, last line in my notes, absolutely no context, the weirdness of the triangle. Which I'm sure meant something last session, but...
I did just come to a startling realization. This truly is a Quest Junkies campaign, because much like all the other ones, the traveling adventurers have found their way to the nearest city/town and realized they have no fucking money.
Oh god, if we keep it with canon, then we'd start a business.
Probably.
I mean, we are going to need to come up with a profession if we want money.
I could see Twiggy doing a lemonade stand. I would love that.
Do they have lemons in this place? They don't have oranges, so...
Orange juice stand.
I don't know. If they have lemons, you just have to wait and find out. Do they have sugar? That's the better question. I would assume so, since you had some really delicious cookies, but they were also made with grandma love, so...
What are the calories? What's the caloric content of Grandma Love?
There is no caloric content to grandma love.
I just wanted to see if I could make you say caloric content. Thank you.
Oh, my brain.
So speaking of lemons, they're thought to be a hybrid between a sour orange and a citron.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
By the time this is done, we're gonna have no vegetable or fruit untouched.
You guys are, menaces. Menace to societies. We love it here. We stan our kids and teens in fantasy world. Bridget, go ahead and take your adversity token, or you can gift it if you would like. While we're talking about adversity tokens, where are we all sitting at tonight, fam?
I think Charlie needs it. Yeah. I want fight.
I will gift an adversity token to Charlie.
Go ahead and take one then, Charlie.
I will update my running tally.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys made it into the city limits. You are currently trying to contain two basically children. Dell is a teenager, just like all of you, but has not been on land. So she is going to follow Twiggy wherever he decides to take her. I think we were looking for ice cream, if I remember correctly.
Oh. I think so.
Isaac's
I think that's
immediately going into Big Brother mode and is going to attempt to do the thing we were talking about before we started, with the running over, grabbing by the back of the shirt and just lifting up into the air. I want to put Twiggy in air jail.
The little feet. Okay, I'm gonna because this is just so entertaining for me, Patch. I'm gonna need a brawn roll for me, please, to see if you can hold him up in the air. Because this is so great, it's not, and it's something that you do all of the time. It's your D10. It's not a very high DC. You need a 3, or you need a 3. Meet or beat a 3.
I met a 3.
Perfect. Twiggy's little legs are just going in the air.
Oh, come on, I want an ice cream. I want to show Dale.
Look, we have ice cream at home, okay?
But Dale doesn't live with us.
No, but we...
Also, we don't know how to get home.
What have I told you about running off? Is. Yeah, ice cream could mean something else here. This is fantasy world, where ice cream could mean like a hot lava death or something. We don't know. We have to be careful.
Did you know water is technically lava?
Well, I suppose if you look at it from the transition period from
from solid to liquid.
Yeah. You see, Twiggy?
Lava?
Don't trust water because it could be lava.
Does that mean that I can live in it? I feel like that's not something that's true because I live in water.
A cloud weighs around 1 million tons. Does that mean clouds are fire?
Wait, can you live in a cloud?
Heat does rise.
Can you swim in a cloud?
Your logic is confusing, and I don't quite know if I like it.
I
just wouldn't live in water if it were orange, because while that color does look delicious, it should not be edible.
And there's underwater volcanoes.
So would that be like a hot spring for you?
Yeah, it gets really hot down there, so that's why like the rest of the water is like kind of nice and warm and comfortable, like because we have a lot of the volcanoes on that side of the lake, so it just kind of makes it all toasty.
I'm going to make a private roll just for a second, just to entertain an idea.
Okay. You gotta know what you're doing.
Okay, at all the mentions of fire and lava and stuff, and the uncertainty of what anything actually means, is ice cream really just fire magma death in this fantasy world? Isaac's on the verge of another panic attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twiggy's drawing Dale in a cloud, just hanging out.
Ooh. Well, that exploded.
Okay.
And that exploded again.
Ooh.
Hang on. Maths. 33.
And two exploding?
2 explodies.
Okay. You remember you get to take an adversity token for that one when you get the double explosions.
Thank you.
You don't have a panic attack, but you're a little uneasy with everything that's going on in this conversation. But you are able to keep your cool, just kind of like processing.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to look cool because fantasy worlds, they always have heroes and villains, and well, I ain't a villain, probably ain't a good hero, but my little brother needs a hero, so I'm gonna attempt.
What makes a good hero?
Hero school?
Usually, I mean, it depends on the medium. Like, if it's film or television, then like a good acting career leading up to it definitely contributes. Or if it's a book, then it's all down really to the author. It's very, it can be a very intensive conversation depending on how deep down the rabbit hole you want to go. Don't know if you have rabbits here. It's a hole in the ground made by a small little woodland critter.
They probably have rabbits. It's more likely that they have rabbits than they have like film or television.
You mean the rabbit
I'm so
corns?
sorry. That's awful.
The rabbit corns? They have the big floppy ears and the horn?
Rabbit corn?
It's a lot smaller than Serenia's, but it it's a little one that flits between their ears. Big floppy ears.
Oh, that's cute. I want to see one. Can we just see one?
It's cute, but it's also quite alarming because usually when an animal evolves things like a horn or like a protective shell, it means that they're large predators that feed on them for generations, and over time they evolve defense mechanisms. So, I don't want to meet the animal that decided that they needed horns, is what I'm saying.
But the horns are pretty.
Pretty useful at self-defense.
No, they're like
They're pretty and they're deadly.
they're like the leaves in the forest. They're iridescent, so they can see.
Which makes it easier for the prey to see them. I'm not good at these conversations. I don't know if you could tell.
Did you know that a narwhal's tusk is technically a tooth?
Oh,
Is that the thing that you said that is like a unicorn in your world?
Yeah, but it's like an aquatic unicorn.
So, with me, that'd be cool.
Are you a
Do
narwhal?
narwhals have tusk fairies then?
No, they don't have a horn.
Tusk fairy. That actually sounds more plausible here than most of what I've said over the last 10 minutes. What are we doing? Sorry, I had a bit of
that way.
I had a bit of a moment.
Castle, return
okay.
the Summer Queen's crown.
Listen,
And the very good ice cream.
Timothy, I promise you. We'll put Timothy down and like point to Timothy first. I promise I will get you an ice cream, and then look over to Adela, and I promise you I'll get you an orange. If we can get all of this figured out and we can get ourselves back to normality and safety, then you can have as many orange food substances as you want.
Okay. That sounds awesome. Charlie, you still have the package, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be really bad if we lost that.
Charlie, check
I
this
think-
back. Just make sure it's still wrapped in the towel.
While they're here, she's probably gonna make her backpack about like maybe 5 pounds lighter by taking out an amalgam of already finished crafts like hats and scarves, because she figures like, oh hey, those are kind of universal no matter what world you're in. So she might try to sell some hats and scarves to make
So
a
you're
little money.
Are you going to barter for something that you need? Or are you going to sell?
I think, given the conversation they all just had of like, oh fuck, we don't have any money, she would opt to sell them.
Okay.
As a quick little side, Isaac will sort of sidle over to Lucky. Do you still have your tinfoil colander hat magic device?
Yeah, did you want it?
If you're not using it,
You set
Sure.
it down in the room before you, it is still back in the AV room.
Oh. The colander, yes, but not the tinfoil hat.
Correct. The colander is, but the hat itself is still there.
And because
It's-
I wanted to change it, she'll pull it out, and it's a crown full of tinfoil flowers. And they're like badly painted. One of them is chipped because she tried to rip a piece off and give it to the bridge keeper to pass it off as a coin, and that didn't work.
Yes. The one he bit and threw back at you and said, this ain't
But
money.
yeah, she'll give that to Isaac.
thank you. I was mainly thinking the colander might make a good bludgeoning device if we get attacked by I don't know what unicorn
if I
bunnies.
sell enough, like, if I sell enough yarn here, maybe we could. I don't know what weapons would be good for us. She's just going to give everybody a once over and trying to like work out in her head, like if they did have to fight, what they could fight with.
Charlie pulls out both a set of keys and a pocket knife.
That works.
The only time I've ever wielded a weapon was when I was 11 years old. I got a pea shooter for my birthday. I shot it
Did
once.
you shoot your eye out?
Was it that
He has
obvious?
an eye. That's it. He shoot his eye out when he has both of his eyeballs. Did you have a third eye?
Is your eye real? Or did you get it replaced when you shot your eye out?
You can also just put them back in.
I don't need a weapon, thank you very much.
Well, just in case. I mean, I like where Charlie's head is at, because I think just in case.
Well, I mean, on that point, like, Charlie looks
I know we've never
so
fought
equipped
before.
for this situation. I trust them implicitly. Charlie is my weapon. Let's go with that.
He's just going to smile and nod knowingly, but I mean, I know none of us have ever fought before, but we're talking about like a prison break to get into the librarian where she's being held, so we might need to like.
You'd want to be really sneaky about getting into the oubliette.
Okay.
But, I mean, if you really wanted to get into a fight, then you would definitely get thrown in there. He's not very nice.
Oh, Del, that's a good idea. That's a good way to get into the prison, and then we break out, and then we break the librarian out. I think we could do that.
I also have a screwdriver. Like, he turns the keys to show like a mini screwdriver. There's also
Del
a
immediately
protractor.
like scurries over and is like trying to see
The
what all
thingamabob?
Yeah, the thingamabobs. You've got 20.
Well-
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever we went into the hero bit, my notes now say I need a hero, and it immediately did the I need a hero in Shrek 2.
Yep.
not traditional. Fairy Godmother, Shrek 2. I need a hero.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my brain is currently at right now. Just so we're all aware. Like that. Repeat.
Nice.
So
Culture.
did no one plan for, I don't know, democracy? You know?
I like democracy. Democracy is a great idea.
This seems more like an oligarchy, if I'm saying that right. Or
What's
tyrant, maybe? Tyranny?
what?
Because of the Winter
I
King?
don't know these words.
Sorry, Timothy.
The king rules over everybody, and he makes all the decisions, and that's what a tyranny is.
What I'm
Well, he
trying
doesn't.
to suggest, Timothy, is that instead of using weapons and jail breaking / getting thrown into jail, I'm suggesting we fight with words, and we reason with the individuals, and ask them very, very nicely to help us, and then we'll be fine. Then there's no need for terrible things to happen. I hope.
Well, if we
I
get
don't
caught,
think
then
that's
yeah,
gonna
we
work.
reason with words.
Del immediately reaches up and pats Isaac on the head and goes, "Oh, you sweet summer child."
I was actually born in February, but thank you.
Okay. The point still stands if you want to be considered a winter baby. He's not a good dude. You can't reason with him. People die for less.
I mean, he's
Okay.
a good
That's why he's
villain.
not allowed in the forest.
Yeah. So,
So,
Well,
okay, I like, okay, so no weapons, but, yeah, I like what Dell's saying now, too. Like, if we get caught stealing, then we just get sent to jail, and then we look for the librarian that way. Oh, but we need to return the crown first.
well,
Yeah, you
but the
probably
Summer Queen
get
is
that.
gonna help us. She
Yeah.
can equip us with whatever we need, I think.
So that's what we do. We do the Winter King's castle, we get caught stealing, and then we get sent to the Winter King's castle, and then look for the librarian. I like this plan.
Okay.
Are you saying we steal from the Summer Queen who hates the Winter King?
No.
I don't-
No, we steal from the Winter King to
Oh,
and then
okay,
he
that makes
throws
more
us in
sense.
jail, and then we sneak through that jail, and then we find the librarian after we have the tools from the Summer Queen.
Hmm.
'Cause I don't know what she's gonna give you guys. She gives everybody something different. It depends on the quest, what you're doing. So, if you tell her
We
that,
got the crown.
yep, you have her crown. So, she'll help you. I don't know if she
Speaking
could.
of fighting with words, one of my library books is an encyclopedia.
What's an encyclopedia?
It's like one of the greatest books of all time. See, it doesn't even... It sounds cool just even saying it, right? It's such a cool word.
It's kind of like an oubliette inside of a book, because it's a book of books, of words. It's a book of words that gives you knowledge.
What's the thingy that tells you what the word is, but the different meaning of the word?
Dictionary.
No, not that
That's what I
one.
know.
I was gonna say Charlie, but yeah.
No, like how, what's the thing that my mom told me all the time?
Oh, do you mean the dinosaurs?
Thesaurus.
Yeah, something like that. It's a sword.
Do you have dinosaurs here?
No, but it sounds... We did, apparently. According to lore, I guess we had dinosaurs. I don't know if there's still any around, but not in this part of the world. But
Was it a magical...
like a sword.
Was it a magical
What's the
Leoplerodon?
Magical Leoplerodon, Charlie. Can we go to Candy Mountain, Charlie?
Did you know that a clouded leopard is technically a living fossil, as is the coelacanth?
Oh.
Those things are. I'm still trying to figure out what's the
Thesaurus.
That's it. Thanks. Yeah. That's right.
All of these big words are making my head hurt. Can we just go talk to the Summer Queen?
Yeah, of course we can, kiddo. Sorry. It's been... I've not been a good big brother. Are you okay, champ? Are you good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm having so much fun. I love this place.
I'm terrified, but I'm glad you're okay. That's literally my main concern.
I think, are you okay? I mean,
Yeah.
you slept finally.
I know, that's pretty life-changing. I still haven't... I'm gonna process that later when we get back, I think. 'Cause that's a lot. There's a lot to take in.
I think this place is good.
It's interesting. It's different. I don't deal well with different, usually. But, it helps when you've got good company. You little scamp. And I'll brush the twigs in Twiggy's hair.
You misplaced my tweet.
Oh,
I
sorry.
readjusted.
Hey, you want to see a magic trick?
Yes. Wait, can you do magic as well like that?
Oh, I don't know if it's as impressive as that, but, Maddie, I'll tell you what I want to do, and you tell me what to roll for it.
Okay.
I want to do some weird sleight of hand, basic magicians, like Magic 101, how to magic for dummies, make a new twig appear in my hand for Twiggy. Just with like, abracadabra.
So is this something that he would have seen before, or just not at all? Okay. We're gonna make you roll your least favorite stat.
Oh,
Give me a charm roll.
charm roll. Let's go. D4, the one that usually impales my finger.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 4.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll it again and see what you get.
That's a 2. That's a 6.
Okay. You absolutely succeed. 1,000%. You're pulling one over on your little brother. You really think that you haven't done this many times before.
Yeah, so it's all like... And there's a really nice long twig that forks out into two different ones that almost spiral a little bit. And it has like intricate coloring to it, and he's like twiddles it in his hand like a pen, sort of like that, and then just places it amongst the other twigs. There you go, kiddo. Now you can take that back home as a souvenir.
It's beautiful. How did you do that? Can you teach me?
Well, I'm not a magician, but they do say apparently a magician never reveals his secrets, so...
Oh.
That just means when we get back, I'll have to teach you how to be a magician.
I want to do magic as well, like you and Dell.
Well, let's get home, and then we can do that.
Let's get home.
I might, if we get home, I might even let you have a day where you don't go to school. But don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I look to the others with like a, am I doing okay? look on my face.
She'll be applauding at the magic trick.
Okay. Cool. So are we acquiring money for goods and services, or are we?
Yes, how did I do with my attempts at selling my yarn products?
I need from Bridget to see, while this all was going on, she has found a little spot to set up, and has a little money collection or something along those lines. But Bridget, give me a charm roll for you as well to see how well you have charmed the locals. So that's your D6, ma'am.
That's a 6.
Roll it again.
A 3, so a 9.
Perfect. So
Fine.
it's very good. So I'm gonna say with each piece, so out of the 9 that you have rolled, you have successfully sold 9 pieces of whatever it is that you have decided. Because you don't know what the currency is in this area, you have successfully sold 9 pieces. And I'm going to say that you got 4 silver for each piece. Because you didn't know if there's anything higher than a silver, and you remember that that's what the gatekeeper asked you to get across the bridge. You know silver is good.
Oh, she will guard them with her life.
So you do your math and figure out 4 times 9, because my brain's not braining right now on math.
36.
4 times 9, 36.
I know it's 30 something. I was just like, I'm not braining right now.
Stay in school, kids.
I don't need the math right now. You guys need the math. You just set numbers. Oh, fine. So fine. So you pack up all the remaining couple pieces that you didn't manage to sell. Do you guys start heading up to the castle?
I think so.
All right. Get up to this castle, and it is beautiful. Almost like iridescent glass, where it's got like those colors through it. Think of Elsa's castle, but glass instead of ice. You know? Catching what I'm getting?
Mm-hmm.
Making sense? Cool. So it's kind of like this real pretty rainbow effect, because Summer Queen, she's very chill, very laid back, very whimsical. It looks beautiful. You actually don't see a door that you can tell is there. It looks like it's just open to the public. Like the queen invites people to come into her castle, not whereas someone protect their castle. She invites those around her to partake in her court. What are you doing? Are you going in? Are you waiting? What's the consensus, kids?
Politely knock.
I run in.
There's no door.
Yeah, Charlie's
Yeah,
like
so-
looking to Dell like, how do we
Just gonna try politely knocking on the glass.
I don't know. I've never been here. This is my first time on legs.
Oh,
that's right.
Your Majesty.
I'm looking at everything around.
Timothy!
Another rainbow. So many rainbows.
Did Twiggy go in?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. As Twiggy enters, you see she looks a little bit older, not significantly older, but maybe like the Twiggy who is in his single digits here, like your mom's age is what you would think. Well, you don't know how old your mom is, but she looks like your mom. Like as far as age, what she looks like. She has long, straight brown hair, and a iridescent crown on the top of her head. So knowing what you know about the fact that the Summer Queen's crown is in Charlie's backpack, Twiggy has been paying attention to the lore. He knows that this is actually Princess Josie.
Oh, hi! He does an over-exaggerated bow.
She's very excited. You can see that like she's hopping and calling everyone to attention, saying that we have visitors.
Hi, your Grace. Hi, your crown is so pretty.
Thanks. Who are you? How did you get here? Tell me everything. We haven't had people in ages.
Oh, I'm Twiggy, and that's my brother over there, Isaac.
Isaac.
There's...
Hello. Nice to make your acquaintance. Another overly exaggerated bow. Sorry, I apologize. I can't words right now.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Bowing is not necessary. You're all welcome in the court. That's why there's no door. But nobody ever comes in. I don't know why. It's just very... It is what it is. My name is Josie. I am technically a princess, I think. But title, not necessary. Unless you're talking to actually Her Majesty, and then it would be very eloquent for you to say Your Majesty to her, because she's the one who can do the things. How did you get here?
We came down the road.
Before that, with a book, like you, right?
Oh. How did we get here?
Yes, you are very clearly not subjects of the realm.
She's down. She's I guess
She's one of
you
ours.
don't call them mermaids.
Oh no, she's one of ours. We've met her folk before, though not on legs. That's new.
We've been sent with a great quest to return something that belongs to the Summer Queen, and she might look to Charlie and just kind of nudge him gently.
Charlie is standing behind, like, Isaac and Lucky, just like... And then just kind of places the crown still wrapped in the towel in Lucky's hands.
Serenia
Before it can even turn around.
Opening it for the grand reveal. Yes, we were tasked with returning the Summer Queen's crown.
As this happens, I think Isaac doesn't even notice. He puts a protective hand back towards Charlie.
Charlie's just pulling his, like, hoodie, like, down over his head. You can see a little bit of a glow because the crown's still there.
Does he put the hood of his hoodie up over his beanie and the crown? Hello. I'm magical. Perfect. Aelin, I'm gonna need one. You can cocoon It's fine. So you see Josie's eyes go burr, like huge saucer eyes. And her jaw just drops. And she's like, How do you four have that?
Looking between Dell and Josie, we were told that Serenia the unicorn gave us this task to return the crown. Dell said it was her mom's and then her mom's mom's, but it originally belonged to the Summer Queen.
The merfolk? Hold on. That would make sense why we never got it back. Okay, come. To the throne room.
This is going way better than I thought it would. Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
Did you think it was going to go poorly?
I don't know. I have been terrified for the last however many hours, 24 hours, however long we've been here. I have been nothing but terrified. So,
You come from... Well, maybe you might have heard of New Jersey, other than... everyone else hasn't heard of New Jersey, but...
Well, I mean, I'm from there too. No, well, not New Jersey. I'm from Iowa.
Oh.
wait, what? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I've never been.
And when are you from? Like, do you remember what year it was?
Oh God, no, that was a long, long time ago. I've been here for about... Well, I was about your age, I think, whenever I got here, but time's different here. It moves slower.
Oh.
Oh, thank God. So we haven't missed class. Amazing. Oh,
No.
okay. This day gets better and better.
No. So it moves slower here. So the fact that you've been here for less than a day, you've been gone 2 days there.
No, my book report.
Fine. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. It's not. That's why your clock isn't moving, right? The thing on your wrist
Oh. Maybe.
not moving.
It
'Cause
keeps flickering from one number to the other without going forward.
Yeah.
Right, Charlie?
Time moves slower here, so by the time you get through a day here, it's like double in the real world. At least I think that's how I understood it.
We need
haven't
to
been
get
back.
back. We need to get back. They're going to be sending out search parties. There's going to be, it's going to be on the news.
Isn't it 3 days before they can report you missing? I've only been gone 2.
That will notice.
Hold on, because I don't know what it was in the 80s. I know now it's 20 after
Welcome to my world.
And hearing Twiggy say that, like, Isaac just looks really sad. And it's just like, well, shit, yeah, they probably wouldn't notice.
Tommy's probably going out of his mind.
My mom's out of town.
I need to sit down. He just sits down on the floor.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No.
Hug
no.
you.
No, you don't ever have to be sorry for anything. You were factual. Facts are are what keep us smart and
Grounded.
keep us alive and grounded. Yes, thank you, Charlie. The most grounded one of all of us. We Yes. I mean it. Seriously.
I mean, isn't it better so that we come back and there's no fuss and we can just keep going?
What day was it when we left?
That's a great question.
I assumed Friday, but
I'm inclined to say AV Club meets on Thursdays.
Shared brain cell.
that makes sense.
It seems like a Thursday thing.
So it would be Saturday in the real world, and well, not that this world isn't real, but I think they have until Monday before people know. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like my parents generally just, well, my mom just sends me outside to play and doesn't really like watch me all the time, but just getting sadder and sadder as she talks. I think we have till Monday before anybody notices.
If that.
But either way, we should, she's probably too distracted now, by her own thoughts, if not the glass castle.
Well, it's okay. Look, as long as we can all stick together, because, now that I think about it, the only people that actually do give a fuck are you guys. So,
Yeah.
I don't want to be an inconvenience on you by going missing from you. So,
It's probably for the best that you all stick together.
Yeah.
Especially where I'm assuming that you're trying to get to. Again, not 100% certain, but you're going to want to give that to your majesty, and she'll probably give you something for returning it, because that's been gone for generations from what, like, I haven't seen her have it. The fireworks keep going.
It's all of the rainbows.
It's the magic.
It's the magic.
It's the magic of the castle.
It's like going into Mr. Rogers' world of make-believe with my fireworks.
Just point out that Charlie had a question.
Yeah, Charlie just like literally just like raises his hand. Like, if it's not like too much trouble, like, did you ever try to go back?
I've been back. Not recently, but
Oh,
Is it easy going back and forth?
well, I decided not to go back. Mostly because my sister was still here and she's kind of vile. So somebody needed to keep her in check, because in case you haven't noticed, good sister, bad sister, kind of how it works. A lot of the time, you know, heroes, villains, yin yang.
Isaac gives a worried look to his brother. Thinks, which one am I?
Well, whenever you have your brothers, obviously, you can tell. It's more whenever you have very different views. You guys seem close, so I don't think you guys are going to have any issues. But if you're here, this world has gone to fit in a handbasket. So,
I mean, it's 1988.
oh,
World's always going to shit.
Where we're from.
yeah, no. That's... Maybe I've been here longer than I thought.
What was the last year you remember?
Great Depression?
Oh.
Oh my. Yeah, that's what, 50,
Well, that was the last time.
50 years ago for us, I think?
Yeah. Time's... Remember how I said time is wibbly wobbly, timey wimey? I haven't been back for a while.
Well, when all this is blown over, if you want, you can join the AV Club and we can get you caught up on the last 50 years.
Oh no. I have no intention of going back. If it's 1980, most of my family would be dead. It's just me and my sister now. Unless my mom and dad had more kids since we never came back. I don't know. It's just better for me to stay at this point. But you can, if you want to. You don't have to go back. That's kind of how things work.
I have homework.
And you think they don't have schools here?
what could we? I mean, I know that there's like just everything that we could learn here, but like how does the schooling system like work?
Well, at least on this side of the world. I can't tell you how it works over on my sister's side. I would say very differently than mine. But I tried to make a school like what I went to and make sure that people knew what benefits here, like the different species. Like there's merfolk, the sprites, the wolves. There's the centaurs and the elves and the satyrs. What else? How to use a bow and arrow properly. So, gym class. History of how this world works. I tried to make it as normal for me as it was, and also make sure that the kids were learning how to properly speak, and so that we could understand each other. So it's been an interesting time here. But you don't have that. You have that choice. Well, I'm assuming you said a book is how you got here?
Yes, it talked about this world and the creatures in it, I believe. It was a story.
A big, thick book, leather-bound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got here, too. So, the librarian. That's where you guys are going to want to go. Which, if I remember correctly, she is currently being held somewhere in the king's castle. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard she's in a Lululette or something.
Oubliette.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, she... You're gonna need some gifts. Her Majesty will... That I can't give you anything special. I'm not technically from this world, so I don't technically have any kind of magics here. But the Queen, she might be able to give you something. Or just teach.
Okay.
But she's in there.
Oh boy, she might straighten her cloak a little bit, try and fix her hair. I've never met royalty before.
She's not like any royalty you're expecting. So you said the 80s?
Yes. 80s. 1988. Fall.
What's it like?
Oh,
Well, that's...
the clothes are different. There's a lot more world to discover. We have technology and science and...
more than 1/5 of all the calories consumed by the human race worldwide is provided by rice alone.
Oh.
So rice is on the up.
I mean, it was always on the up. You can make a lot of it with a little bit and, Great Depression.
Oh. Did you know bananas are radioactive?
I would not be surprised. I hate that fruit.
Did you know it takes 2 years to grow a pineapple?
Oh, very, very important question. Do they have oranges here?
Not on this side, unfortunately.
They have them on the bad side? Oh boy.
Well, that could certainly get us landed in. Well, maybe not.
We don't want to
Hopefully
run into any bad apples.
Oh no, the apples are over here.
Did you know that oranges aren't actually orange? Like naturally they're green? So why the fuck do they call them oranges? What came first, the fruit or the name?
Well, it's kind of the same with cherries. I mean, they're white before they get dyed red.
Before we do go through, I have two things. First thing, question for GM. Isaac goes a little quiet and he's looking over towards Twiggy. And would you say in this moment, based on everything that Isaac has experienced, would he feel that his little brother would thrive here? as opposed to being back home.
Based off of everything that you have experienced and seen, and how he has taken to it like glue, yes. Unless Twiggy has a different opinion. But based off of my assessment of the situation, yes, Twiggy would thrive here.
Okay. So this is what's racing through his mind at the moment as he goes quiet. And just before we do go through, he will quickly just stop Charlie and say, I meant that, by the way. You are the most grounded of all of us. Because you ground me, and I know that shit's really fucking difficult. So, I'm not very good at this, but yeah.
Charlie is just like, again, just red. And like, y'all probably would have been hearing just like the volume on the tape deck just have gone up. Casually just hearing some Queen in the background.
It's fine. You can forget everything I said if you want. It's totally fine. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. It's just let's go maybe get killed. I don't know.
This is a nice one. I don't think she'll hurt us. I can't say the same about the mean one, but we'll deal with that when we get there.
Y'all might hear like a little muttering, just like as like kind of Isaac starts walking off. It's like, I don't know, I think you make a pretty good hero.
Oh. Meanwhile, cut to Isaac and he's like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit.
Isaac, how you doing over there with that little...
Well, did I hear that?
I don't know. Let's see.
Do I roll for it?
It's like a contested check or something.
You roll for it. I'm just trying to determine what I want you to roll because we don't have perception checks in Kids on Bikes.
Well, we got brains.
Brains.
When I've seen other people GM this game, they tend to use grit as a general roll.
I always think grit as well because you're relying more on your body to give you that information than your brain. So, yeah, go ahead and roll me a d20.
Okay.
Sir.
3.
You needed a 5 or above. It wasn't a very high check, but no. You hear Charlie muttering something, but you don't catch exactly what is said.
Unless I spend 2 adversity tokens to make it a 5.
Unless I gift one.
You can spend your adversity tokens however you would like to, whatever you want to do. You just tell me what you're doing.
Okay. I will use one and get gifted one.
You hear it, not very loudly since you're walking away, but you do catch that Charlie's saying that you make a good hero.
Anyone like ahead of Isaac and just happen to be looking back will see the first non-forced genuine smirk on his face for a split second and then just carries on walking.
I think I want to hang back with Princess Josie while everybody else is going forward, and I want to ask her, Princess, have you ever been in love?
That's a great question. In my many years, maybe once or twice.
And how do you tell somebody you love them? I want to help my brother.
Oh. Do you think your brother's in love with someone?
Mm-hmm.
One of your friends?
I'm not telling.
Okay. Well, it depends, you know. Depends on the person, depends on what they like, what they bond over. Could gift something, you know. You're in a whole new world. Maybe they want to remember the new world and the experiences they have. Your brother. Ooh, your brother. A little complicated, don't you think? He just doesn't seem like somebody that would be upfront about it. Seems like to be a little bit more covert.
Do you think it would be bad if I told them then?
No, I think if you told him that he should tell whoever he likes that he likes them, that it might push him in the right direction. But I can't say for certain, but it might. It would definitely help. Especially if you say that you support it. Whatever he does. Yeah?
Okay. I don't think he would do it, though. I think he's afraid.
So show him how to be brave.
How?
Oh, you strike me as someone who is already very brave. Show him the way. Just show him how to be brave. Make the hard choices, because this is not going to be easy for you guys to get back. That's why the librarian's missing. She's normally over here.
Oh, so the librarian is from the Summer Queen?
She's from our court, yeah. She's very kind. That's why she keeps track of the books. The library's actually way up in the top corner in the tower. She likes her space. But she's very kind. And my sister didn't want me to be able to go back, so she took her. I don't know how she got her, because she typically doesn't leave the tower, so I don't know how she managed that, but...
That's mean. Why is your sister like that? Does she hate you?
Probably. But I think it had a lot to do with she's a lot older than I was. Well, kind of like your brother and you. When I got here, I was about your age. And people weren't kind to her whenever we were in our world. And you know how some people can be brave and shrug it off and realize, hey, it's just people going through a really hard time and not knowing how to deal with it, right? How a lot of bullies are. And it doesn't excuse that. It doesn't excuse their meanness. But it gives an explanation a little bit as to why some people do it. But instead of her moving past being a bully, she became the bully. And she said, nope. And she listened to the king. And he's not very nice.
I'm sorry. That sounds sad.
The good news is, I don't think you and your brother have something like that to worry about.
I think so as well.
I think you guys are just going to be just fine. And you might be exactly what we need to make this world a better place. Alrighty, V Club. You guys heading in to see the Summer Queen?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Josie would have no idea what the 70s were, or the 70s aesthetic. But as you walk in, all you see is flowers. Basically, Lucky would be right at home in this throne room. It is absolutely 70s vibe. Bell bottoms on the queen. Halter top. Gray hair.
As they stand in a group in front of the throne, she might just be idly stepping back and forth in one place, kind of like ABBA did on stage.
Mm-hmm. She is tossed, laying across her throne. She's not even sitting on it. She's using it as a day bed. Her feet are kicked up, barefoot, kicking her feet. She doesn't even realize you are standing in front of her. What do you do?
Your Majesty.
Oh. When did you get here? Were you waiting long? How long were...
No, it's fine.
Oh, we just
Probably still
arrived.
holding the crown wrapped in the towel, and she just goes, a gift for your queenness.
A gift?
Hold up the crown out of the wrapped towel, and we were told this belongs to you?
She immediately pops up and, like, she is short. Like, 4'10", short. That's my crown. How did you find my crown?
The merfolk had it the whole time, and Serenia, the unicorn, gave us the task to return it to you.
Well, that is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you all for... She pops it on the back, like it just sits like right here. Kind of like flat, like the braided crowns where you can see, like, it's not on the top of her head. It's back here. It just...
Nice.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. And she, like, zaps, and flowers just start falling down now that she has her crown on, and she just, like, does a little dusting all around. Ooh, that feels so much better.
Timothy, don't put them in your mouth.
Why not? They taste like honey.
I mean, she's the queen. I'm sorry. So I eat one.
They taste like honey.
Charlie also has already eaten one.
It tastes fantastic.
They're honeysuckles. Therefore, they taste like honey. Thank you all for returning it. I'm assuming that you guys need something.
Yes, we
Okay.
want to find the librarian and get our book restored so we can go home to our world.
Wait. You didn't want to just return the librarian to me?
Oh, we could spluttering a little bit. We could do that too. Yeah.
Do they have to be mutually exclusive options?
Well, considering the librarian has been at the Winter Court for a very long time, I would prefer that she got here first. Besides, there's no conclusive evidence that your book would be with her. And that you...
Okay.
Yes,
So
the plan was to
get-
get her out. So
Get the
Bring
librarian
her
back
back.
into the library. Okay.
Her magic doesn't work when she's not in the library. Of course, the books go somewhere. I don't quite know how it all works. It's library magic.
Okay. Oh, that makes more sense. And she'll look at everybody. We could do that. Yeah.
Would be most appreciated. Now, if her library powers restore after she gets out of wherever she's being held and she gives you your book, by all means go home if that's what you wish to do. I'm not going to keep you and make you return, like, physically return her to me. Just make sure that she gets out of that castle, please. That would be my request. What to do for the four of you? You're going to need things. And she taps Timothy on the forehead. You seem rather small and sneaky.
yeah,
Snap your fingers. Timothy instantly disappears.
Whoa, 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 where did you go? Where did you go?
I run around. I start poking. Isaac.
Snap them again, dear.
I'm here. I can do magic.
That's
For a
so
little
cool.
while.
you all will have a different gift for a little while. Obviously, you can't take it when you return home, but while you're in my realm, let me see your hands, you three.
Isaac puts his hands up.
Yeah. She would too.
DM'd players, which one of you has the most nimble fingers?
I mean, Lucky's the crafter, but
Would that be a flight roll?
ooh.
Oh, we could roll for it.
Yeah.
Because
roll
Charlie
for
is 12 for flight.
Oh, flight. Okay.
I'm a D6 for flight.
Contested
I'm a
flight rolls.
I'm a D10, but that's a 1.
That's a 1. Okay. So not lucky.
I rolled a 6 on my D6.
Okay.
I rolled another 6 on my D6.
Take your adversity token.
Oh, God.
And that's a 5. So that's 17.
Okay. Aelin. Okay. Okay.
She flicks Isaac's fingers. And then she hands him a lockpicking kit to get you out of the tight spaces, which I'm sure that the 5 of you are going to end up stuck somewhere, like a jail. You'll know exactly what to do.
Okay,
And
would
you're
this technically constitute as a crime? Me applying said technique?
Not in this realm.
I feel like that should reassure me more than it actually does, but okay. Cool. Thank you.
Again, you can't take these gifts with you. And you're gonna automatically succeed at unlocking the doors. That's kind of the point. You have the tools, you have the knowledge. What you remember when you get back home is an entirely different scenario.
Okay.
You two. You two are tricky. What's your plan to get the librarian out?
We were talking about that. Dell, our mermaid friend, had the idea to steal something and then get thrown in jail and then break out of jail and then break into the librarian's cell and then we get her out somehow. And I thought that was a good plan because we don't know where we're going in the king's jail cells yet, but that's one way to find out. We don't have to sneak in, then we just get thrown in. And we don't want to fight our way in because, well, I'm the oldest of the group and I've never fought before, but if we do get caught, we'll use our words to get out of a tricky situation, and she'll kind of nod toward Isaac.
Okay. That makes things a lot easier for you two then. She taps Lucky on the forehead. Lucky doesn't get a physical attribute, the invisibility, the lockpicking. Instead, since Lucky has been the spokesperson, giving the plan and everything like that, she is bestowing upon you a boon. You will roll all of your charm rolls to get yourself out of situations moving forward. 2d6. Automatically. So you're gonna double your charm. And Harley dear, the protector, the one who took out the switchblade to protect their friends, she is going to bestow a boon on you as well. With everything that you have, you already get a +3 for your protection while you're defending your friends. You are also going to get the same boon, except yours is going to be to your fight. So you're going to have 2d10 on any fight rolls that you experience. And you notice that when you flip open your switchblade knife, instead of just a little dinky knife, you have a sword that you just magically know how to wield.
Charlie closes it again, like, I will use this responsibly.
I figured you would. You're merfolk. She's your healer if you need her. use her skills. Just make sure my people come back in one piece, please. Don't have them murdered, if you would be so kind.
Well, murder of your folk is not on the itinerary for today's AV Club, so, you have our word.
So, if one were to say, go with you, you promise to take care of them? Because what she does is her decision. But I will rely on you four to take care of her if she decides to.
Well, she already joined the AV Club, so she's one of us. We look after our own. That's what we do.
Perfect. Well, the least I can do for you, besides all of this, and young man, she's pointing right at Twiggy. Remember, snap your fingers, use responsibly. No tricking your older brother.
Thank you.
Deal.
Indeed.
She holds her hand out like, shake. Give me, deal.
Can I get in on this shake too, just for clarification?
Sure, young man. Can't have you walking the whole way there. It's gonna take you forever to get there, and I, based off of what I overheard with you and Josie, didn't realize that it was you guys. You're in a bit of a time crunch, aren't you?
Just a bit, yeah.
Remember that swirly vortex you got? You're gonna end up in front of the entryway, the town that's near the castle, not directly in the castle. What shenanigans you get up to from there is entirely your own, and do not say that you came from my court in any way, shape, or form. Except to the library and tell her that I did send you.
Ah.
Understand?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
All right. And she does one of these, and you have a full windmill of flower power that scoops you all up, spins you around.
Groovy.
When the flowers dissipate, where you gently land on your feet, you are in a very, very different place. Where the Summer Queen's court was bright, airy, full of life. You're now in the Winter King's court. The little town outside. He doesn't even have it named. Because it's just his territory. He doesn't care. But it looks like all of the life has been sucked out of this town. It's very dreary, very drab. Is that snow falling from the sky?
Drawing a cloak up around her head.
It doesn't feel temperature-wise that it's so much colder. Just, you know, on those very dreary days where it just feels bleh. That is what you're stepping into.
So typical British day is what I'm hearing. Today, in fact, was just like that.
I didn't say it. You said it.
I will continue to say it.
That's okay. Just as long as we're clear, the American did not say this, the Brit did.
If the American said it, it would be factual.
But the American hasn't been there, so she can't actually confirm those facts, so...
Yet.
Yet, yes. Yet being
So
the
Is there
appropriate
snow on the ground?
It's sticking to the trees, but not anything where, since Dell doesn't have shoes currently, like it wouldn't be covering her feet, or like you wouldn't really notice that it's snowing. It's sticking to things like the different houses and the trees and the plant life, but the actual roadways are clear.
I think seeing this weather pattern, Lucky might, and I have it in my head that she's absurdly fast with crafting. She makes hats and socks, but for Dell, she would start immediately making a pair of socks. However much good that's going to do against the elements.
Perfect.
What do I want to make you roll to see how quick you roll these? Start crocheting these socks. Give me a grit roll.
Okay.
That's your D8.
While this is happening, Isaac will look over to Charlie and be like, "It's cold here. I wonder if they got penguins. Did you know that researchers once found fossils of what they called a mega penguin? It was over 6 feet tall and apparently weighed over 250 pounds.
It's fascinating. Do you think it'd be classified as a bird or a dinosaur? Well, speaking of which, did you know that dinosaurs were very likely warm-blooded?
Wait, that makes so much sense now that I think about it.
You can also find penguins in Tasmania because it's so close to Antarctica.
Penguins also made for life.
And
I
they
got a
shoot
6.
Pebbles.
Perfect. You whip those up real quick.
Timothy, was that your first AV Club fact? I'm so proud of you.
I've heard it in school. They're very cute.
Hell yeah, they are.
Have you all seen the pebble and the penguin? This is Maddie asking the players. Have you all seen the pebble and the penguin?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Oh. See, and Bridget, you guys are in for a treat. It's about a penguin that finds the most perfect gem because, penguins mate for life, but the way that they mate is they give their partner a stone.
I knew penguins did that. I've just never seen a film about it.
I'm now pebble in the... Oh, it did not exist in the 80s, which is so unfortunate. I needed to know. Came out in 95. Okay, continue. Sorry. Sorry for my random fact.
So speaking of cool, Boogie, are you okay? Are you warm enough?
Who, me? Am I? You said it's not too much colder, right?
No, you guys are fine with your clothes.
No, I'm used to it. I always run around in the woods at night, so this is kind of the same. Don't tell my brother.
Isaac stood right next to you.
I didn't say anything.
I'm very aware. Little bro.
Seeing this happen after giving the crocheted socks to Del, she just knowing look between the two of them and just go, "Did you know all mammals get goosebumps?"
Why do they call them goosebumps? What's the relevance of the goose?
I don't know, but when your hair stands on end, tiny muscles contract at each hair's base, which distorts the skin to create goosebumps. This process is called piloerection and is present in all mammals. Hair or fur is
Don't
used to
say
trap
that
an
word in front of
insulating
my
air
brother.
layer.
It's a scientific word.
It is.
What words?
Pilo, it's fine.
I don't think that's the one that you were talking about. And Del was like dying, like rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't want to think about muscles erecting. Thank you for that.
Why are you thinking about it now?
It's snickering.
What are we here for again?
Library books.
Yeah.
Do you think
Thank you,
the
Charlie.
librarian will let us look through the library?
I've
been thinking about it since we heard that there is a library. Librarian.
We should get to see the library. We're the AV Club.
Well, I don't know how we can borrow books if then we can return them.
Well, one thing at a time.
They did say you guys could come back, right?
Yeah.
Princess Rosie said that she went and came back, so
I hope so.
I don't know. So what's the plan? Aren't we stealing something? Doing something?
Yes.
Doing something?
GM, can I immediately look around for an orange?
Can you immediately what, huh?
look around for an orange to steal.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Give me a brains roll.
Brains. That is a D12 for me. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That's cocked. Try that again. That's a 4.
You don't see one. And it's not that it may not be here, but it is not visible that you can see it right from your line of sight. Like, right, you would have to investigate a little bit more from where you're standing.
All right, gang. Let's not split up and search for clues.
You said split up and search for clues?
I said not. No, not. Search for clues, yes. But
Okay.
stay together. Let's stay together and search for clues. I was trying humor to do a bit from a TV show. You don't know what a TV show is. Let's.
No, you keep telling me all about them, so I find them very fascinating. I would really like to watch TV. Sounds cool.
Oh, I would very much recommend it.
Okay, I don't think I can do that here, though.
Maybe we invent the television.
We can
It's
bring
not out
some
of the
back.
realm of possibility.
If we can come back with a TV. Although they don't have any electricity here.
And they're quite big to carry, so, very heavy.
Oh, yeah. The very big tube TVs? Yes. Those are.
There's 5 of us.
The 5 of you are not moving TV.
Unless it was like a little mini black and white one.
Maybe. Yeah, the mini one, maybe. But the
we can
standard
start
floor model.
We can start small, like small technology, like I'll get one of those brand new snazzy Casio watches that I keep hearing about.
Like that one? Points at Charlie's wrist.
Well, that's kind of where I got the idea. It seems really cool. So, all right, we'll start looking around the town, seeing what trouble we can get into, because we're here to be arrested.
I don't know. Is that your plan?
I think so.
Isaac will just start shouting, "Oh, what prithee well met! We are in the midst of committing various war crimes."
I thought you were about to say welcome to Spirit Airlines.
Were they a thing in 1988?
No.
Before we commit crime, we might pick up some shoes for Dell.
Oh, true.
What if we steal the shoes? 2 birds with 1 shoe? 2 shoes?
Yeah, but
I suppose.
you might not be the one to do it. She gave you those special sneaky, steely powers.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. If you open a door, I can go in without being noticed, but we want to get noticed, right?
So, not to complain, because my feet are nice and toasty, though, but I've fallen on my ass like 6 times since we've started walking into town. Am I supposed to do that with these things that you guys have on your feet? Because you guys haven't fallen.
Yeah, they help you stay steady. I hope the prices here aren't going to be too bad. She'll hold up, like, probably a little, like, coin purse she definitely didn't have that she miraculously crocheted in, like, 5 minutes, to carry the 4 total silver pieces.
Oh, no, you got 4 each.
4 each. All right, 36. Duh. Okay. All right.
You got a nice little clunky change.
Glimpers.
Well, looking around, Isaac's like, well, we're either in the town where the Winter King lives, or maybe Nebraska. Did you know that Nebraska's official state slogan is Nebraska? Honestly, it's not for everyone.
That's surprisingly.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What's in
What?
Nebraska?
No.
From the
Is that
sounds
like
of it,
an Iowa?
yeah. If no one else has any other ideas, Isaac will just start, as I said before, shouting, basically, "Hey, look at us! We're committing crimes."
Oh, now she'll investigate for oranges to steal as well. I think she didn't notice before
What did
she
I
was
say?
crocheting.
What did I say? Grit?
I think it was.
I think it was grit. Go ahead and give me a grit roll.
3.
Yeah, you don't see any oranges either. Like, you see... I'll give you, since you went into the town, that you see a couple different fruit vendors, but from what you can see of their wares out in front of you, there's no oranges. You don't know if it's something that's actually available in the town or if it's something specifically in the king's castle.
Can she attempt to steal something but do it badly? Like, on purpose?
Absolutely.
Sees like a fucking cucumber and just like reaches over and just yoink.
I'm gonna have you roll a flight just to see how clumsy you do this.
5.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you decide how, because of how well you did on your flight check here, how obscene does she make this? Does she end up knocking something completely over? Does she fall? Does she trip? Does she kind of take some, like, fall it? How do you want it to?
I can tell you exactly how this happens. She'll reach into the middle of the pile, yank it out, and then like a tower of Jenga, all of it comes crashing to the ground. And while this is happening, even if people are looking at her, she'll just be like, oh no, and then bend down to like pick up a few more cucumbers and try to put them into her like insanely deep pockets of her denim dress and just be like, oh no, I'm so sorry that happened.
That's so many cucumbers.
That's not my intention.
Lucky, you're about to become one of the people from the math problems.
I need that on a t-shirt now. Oh god.
Listen, I'm having a hard time with the fact that we went from philo erections to cucumbers.
Welcome to Quest Junkies.
It's me pulling a random vegetable out of my ass since I don't eat them.
Wait, you put them there? That's not what you want, the cucumber.
I'm gonna stop talking now.
I think it's a fruit, though. Oh, I'm crying.
It's my fan.
I think that's the kids on bikes equivalent of a critical success, surely.
No more filing jokes this session, friends, or else I'm going to just lose it. I'm going to die.
I'm dying already. God.
My mouth hurts and my lungs hurt because I can't breathe.
I guess we finally learned how many cucumbers is too many. Folks at home, if you want to see more of the AV Club, get in the comments. Let us know. And also share your best favorite fact that you learned today for your entry into the AV Club. Extra points if it's phallic related.
Actually,
Believe me if I said that wasn't intentional, because I'm going to say that, and yet that in itself feels like a lie. These things just happen sometimes.
I mean, that's actually whale dicks were what was mistaken for sea monsters.
Oh, you know when you laugh too hard and like this part of your head hurts?
Yeah,
We have now reached that level of pain right now. Ooh. You know, I didn't need lungs. Lungs are not necessary. I don't need. You know, the one time I wear mascara, Bridget, and you have me laughing fucking hard. I'm crying.
Mission accomplished.
Oh. All right. Oh, okay. Maybe. I love you all. You guys are fantastic.
Back to the
subtle stealing of Cukes. The level of despair that has taken over the AV club now, friends, is I don't know if you follow any of the other things that we do here on this channel, but you can tell my emotions by how big my hair gets.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's always entertaining. So we not so subtle stealing of Cukes. Yeah, you absolutely get noticed by like 3 different vendors. You get the fruits and veggies guy that you're actively stealing from. You have the
So sorry, it won't happen again, I promise.
Why? Empty them pockets! Why are you putting my Cukes in there?
Just starts leisurely strolling away.
And Isaac's just like, ah, yes, our friend, who we're definitely associated with.
Follow my lead, guys!
I didn't realize it was that easy.
Yeah. Me either.
As you guys walk a little bit further away, immediately thrust upon you,
With that many cucumbers in the
Well, we've certainly become a math problem.
The real quest was the math we did along the way.
Mm-hmm. The Cukes we stole along the way.
And cucumber.
goddamn Cukes.
That's the episode title.
Yep.
Cukes.
Oh man.
Verbiage. Find the right verbiage to not.
Phrasing, boom.
Oh, the vampire table would have a field day with me being a walking foot and mouth.
You know what? Whether or not anybody believes me, I 100% walked into that one just now. Like, yeah, I did.
Bridget pulled at me.
Insight check.
I pulled the baddie.
Bridget pulled at me, and then I did it to myself immediately afterwards.
Wait,
the brain cell is gone.
You pulled a Maddie? I thought you pulled a Cuke. So last episode was the one where we couldn't stop telling dad jokes for 20 minutes, and this one
Couldn't stop pulling.
can't stop the Cukes.
It's true. I can't hold it. Oh God.
Oh, you menaces! I love you. Yeah, you are surrounded by guards.
Yeah.
There's like 8 of them surrounding.
Just to make it infinitely worse, she's gonna hold up 2 cucumbers and go, "We're here to do crime! Arrest us, everybody!"
Okay, hold on. These aren't the smartest guards in the world, but the fact that somebody literally just said to do crime in their face.
Be by, do crime.
The DM is going to roll her first roll of the game.
Oh.
They all kind of look at you. I'm gonna roll it a couple times here just to see it. Okay.
If this plan doesn't work, I have a backup plan. I have a contingency.
I would
Yeah.
hope so.
I used a D6 because again, they're not the smartest ones. The difficulty was anything above a 4. Every single one of them but one rolled a 4 or above. So you have successfully fooled one guard who is looking at Lucky and is
like about to put the cuffs on her before the rest of them are like, put the cukes back.
Taking one, she throws it at the guy with the cuffs.
Immediately hit him in the shoulder, and he just kind of stares at you like, what?
Take me to jail!
All right. I think at this point, Isaac's like, he's hit his limit. He's had enough. We need to do the thing. So Isaac lets out a big sigh, reaches over, grabs one of the cukes and starts spinning it. Ah, fantasy worlds. The supposed escapist paradises, where every tavern has a lute player who can't keep his hands off the miner's scale. And the barmaids serve ales in tankards so big, they've got to be causing long-term wrist damage, like realistically. I mean, here, the forests are enchanted, meaning every bush, every tree is just itching to, I don't know, turn you into a frog to sell you mortgage insurance or something. I mean, look here, look at this. And he picks up like a piece of paper just off the ground, like, look at this. Look, it's a map. Oh, here there be dragons everywhere. A dragon. Dragon economy? Plunder-based currency? Gold coins the size of dinner plates? How's an average Joe supposed to stuff those into a wallet? Huh? Try fitting those in your skinny jeans. I dare you. He then throws the paper to one side, picks the cuke back up. Well, let's talk, I don't know, swords, weapons, huh? Shall we? Everybody's got one. Swords in the streets, swords in the sheets, especially if you got your cukes. Swords in the overly complex political systems that somehow always involve, I don't know, prophecies. What do we need all those swords for, huh? When half the time it's about choosing the rightful king, who's just some asshole kid who can pull a specific sword out of a specific stone, huh? Spits on the floor. Spoiler alert, kids, it's not about muscle strength. It's a big old rigged carnival game, gang. And magic. Oh, magic, the magic. It's all fun and games until someone turns your little new suede boots into actual cats. Sure, it seems charming with a little fireball, a cute little levitation trick, but next thing you know, you've accidentally summoned a demon during what you thought was a routine game of magical charades. Oh, and don't forget the feasts. You think it's all meaty hams and robust wines, but no one ever talks about the plumbing in their castles, huh? Newsflash, it's non-existent. So next time you're swooning over that elven bread of yours or whatever the fuck it is, remember, those elves haven't even discovered the remotest form of technology. You know, people saying they're back home they're working on fiber optics, whatever the fuck that is. You haven't even gotten fucking fiber. Let me tell you. But sure, tell me how great it is to be in this hick town with this hick king, where the biggest political issue is probably a dragon who won't stop hoarding gold like some sort of scaly, fire-breathing tax evader. Why solve real problems when you can just quest them away, huh? Fantasy worlds, because who doesn't love a good old plague, huh? Plague, poverty, a disturbingly high adventure and mortality rate in a place like this, for the sake of a little, I don't know, mystique, shall we say? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go disenchant my cat boots. They've been scratching up the royal tapestries. Now, kindly arrest the fuck out of us.
I love you so much. How many times did you insult the king?
I want to say maybe 3. At least.
Was it 3?
Mm-hmm.
I know I caught 2. I just wanted to make sure. The first time that you insulted the king, they slapped the cuffs on Twigs. The second time you insulted the king, it went on Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Before that happens, I just want to say that while there are distractions going on,
yeah,
Charlie is hiding his weapons on his person.
Like in pockets and stuff like that.
Like one in the boots, one down the
Perfect.
Shirt,
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, I messaged you my idea, but also while this is
sorry.
happening,
I was so distracted and engrossed in that beautiful monologue. Shout out to the wonderful Brennan Lee Mulligan. You know what you did. You know why you did it. Thank you for causing my players to give me shenanigans. I appreciate you immensely. Oh my god. The moment you try, you get cuffs.
she's just reaching out a hand to try and put it into one of the guards' pockets to make it look like he really stole all the cucumbers. So literally,
As soon as one of those cucumbers comes at them, the cuffs go on. The third time you insulted the king, they go on Dell. And at the end of your rant, the captain of the guards that is out takes the butt of his sword and dunks you on the back of the head.
The last thing that Isaac gets out as he's about to get bonked on the head by the captain, as he sees him approach, he looks him dead in the eye and he says, "You want to know what I've always hated about fantasies? You and this whole goddamn town, this king, whoever the fuck he is, do you know what you are? Capitalism in a nice flowery skirt. Go fuck yourself."
And he just gently scoops him up. Like, he doesn't do it hard enough, just hard enough that it's a little unconscious. No damage or anything like that done. Just enough to shut you up.
throws a cucumber at him.
Your hands are cuffed, ma'am. No more cucumbers for you.
And just like that, the headache is back.
If they're cuffed in front of her body, she can.
No, they absolutely cuffed them behind you for that exact fact. Miss, I'm gonna throw cucumbers at the guards. So, as you all are being carted away, you all get stuck somewhere else. You don't realize what's going on until Twigs gets led into very minimum security little room. Harley is led down a little bit further on the right-hand side, about 3 cells away. Lucky, another 3 cells, but a very barred door. The other 2 are just kind of like, more traditional jail cells kind of look. Yours is barred, like barely can fit a food tray in. You have a slot. And dear Isaac, you insult the king multiple times during your little tirade. You're exactly where you want to be. You are in the oubliette. All by yourself, completely dark. You have no idea where anybody else is. You can't see anything else. But you're right where you wanted to be. The rest of you can talk, can figure out. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy because you're gonna get told to shut up a lot, but figure out what you want to do from there. But it's Twigs that notices his brother's not anywhere he can see. And he's alone.
Are we still cuffed?
You are not.
Okay.
Charlie is not. Lucky is. Because they don't want her throwing more shit. And Isaac is not. Because he is somewhere where he cannot get out of. So they just kind of threw him in and shut the door. But you don't know where Isaac is. You just know that you can't see him from where you are. Dell is also, so it would be Twigs, Dell, Charlie, Lucky, Isaac's underground.
Okay, so I can see them all.
You can
Maybe not.
you can see Dell.
Okay.
Dell can see Charlie. Now, if Charlie were to stick their hand out, you would see Charlie. They're not right next to you, but like every other. So it's catty cornered. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And then Charlie would be able to see Dell and Lucky.
Does anybody see Isaac?
No.
Mm-mm.
Isaac? What do we do? If the guards aren't watching, I'm gonna turn invisible.
Give me a brains roll.
Have an idea.
Okay.
Does it involve a cucumber?
Lucky, you're handcuffed, so be aware.
I know, but something I feel would have been discussed in AV Club is languages, and she's going to take the chance that none of the guards know Pig Latin, and she's going to start talking specifically to Charlie in Pig Latin.
Please don't speak Pig Latin to me because my brain is not going to process right now. Just so we're clear, I understand.
Anime!
Pickles, understood it is in Pig Latin. If you really want to, I'm gonna need it translated. But
It's
you
kind
can't.
of like the priest in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That's what I was exactly thinking.
Yeah.
A new Latin.
Amen.
I can't with you tonight. Is this how you two always feel whenever we get up to this kind of shenanigans? Is this
pretty
you?
much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially the last episodes I've been.
Great. I'm sorry for the hellacious shit that I have put you through. I'm not.
Conveying to Charlie in Pig Latin that she's going to fake an injury and start crying and try to get a guard over to her cell to see if he'll let her out of the handcuffs, knowing what the boon that she has now.
Okay. See
So
what you
I rolled a 3.
rolled a 3.
I might use an adversity token.
Go ahead and do
That's
so.
fine enough.
Can I give one?
He needed a 4. So he's good with 1.
6.
Perfect. So, you can tell from where you are right now, there is another door that leads into the jail. So you are right by this door. You can see that there are guards pacing the hallway. So if you timed it correctly, you could catch it where they wouldn't see in your cell to know that you're missing until you're already gone.
Okay.
But you-
so I do.
But you don't know where the keys are.
Where the?
You don't know where the keys are. You can see the guards.
keys.
You know that you
Okay.
can tell, but you don't see the keys right now.
Okay. So I just want to turn invisible when they can't see me.
Okay? You go ahead and
Hoping
see
that,
information that you have.
hoping that when they do see my cell empty, they come to investigate.
Let me see. Let's see how smart these. Let's see how smart they're gonna be. You guys are gonna hate me.
Are you exploding?
3. And 3 exploding on a 6.
Wow.
I have never used these dice except for to DM.
Damn.
You found your DM dice.
I found my DM dice. Well, at least the D6 anyway. So yeah, they immediately notice that you are no longer in your cell, and there are 2. Both successfully see you are not in your cell. One goes further down to investigate to make sure that the rest of them are still in their cells, while the first one opens your jail cell and
Right.
comes into the room.
Yeah, I would be just to the bar, attached to the bars, just next to the door, so that as soon as the guard comes in, I go out.
Okay. Do you shut the door or do you leave it open?
I leave it open.
Okay. So where are you going from there? Now that you have successfully gotten out of the... Are you going towards somebody else's or are you going towards the main door so that... Where are you going?
I want to first investigate further down to where the cells are to see if I find Isaac somewhere.
Go ahead and give me a brains roll.
Mm. 4.
Okay. You don't see Isaac. What you do see is almost like a stairwell, but not a stairwell. It almost, from what you can see from here, it almost looks like a hole. And from what you know, which I don't think Twigs knows a lot about oubliettes, but he's been told this is something that you really can't get out of. Right. So it's a hole in the side of the wall. You don't know if there's a slide or how to get down, but this looks like an entrance to something.
Isaac, are you there? Can you hear me?
Thatch, give me a brains roll. Nope, I lied. Give me a grit.
Grit.
That's a 20.
7.
You hear something, but you can't tell if it is coming from what direction or who it is coming from. You hear something reverberating off of the walls.
I think the main thing he hears is his own voice reverberating off the walls as he's talking to himself at the minute. Well, look at what you got yourself into, bud, huh? You're in some weird place. Now you're separated from your friends, from your brother. Some hero you're being, huh? How you gonna get out of this one, huh? How many interesting fucking facts are gonna get you out of this place, huh? But hey, it's fine, because the woman gave you a magical lockpick. You're a criminal! Great! What the fuck happened to you, dude? Just... How you gonna get yourself out of this one, huh? You're never gonna get your brother home, huh? You're never gonna find the right words to have that conversation with Charlie. You're never gonna be able to tell Lucky that actually that colander was pretty cool. You're never gonna get that fucking orange for Adela. But we might as well try. I don't know if Timothy will hear any of that. It's up to you.
Timothy,
Mm-hmm.
roll me... Which one of yours is higher? Roll me a grit. So that's your D12.
8.
He hears bits and pieces. He knows that his brother is in this hole somewhere. He has you have no idea how to get him out. You have no idea where he's at in this hole. You just know that is absolutely Isaac's voice coming. And you can't tell. You can hear bits and pieces. So you can determine which pieces you actually hear. What would resonate with Timothy? What wouldn't?
Right. I I think he can't actually understand a full sentence, but he does hear all of the names, and he knows his brother. He knows he's in his own head, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna take the twig that he got from the magician trick, and he's just gonna make it slide down.
Okay.
Hoping that it reaches him.
Okay. We will resolve that in a second. Bridget, you had a question.
So, her plan is to fake the injury and draw the eye of a guard who will maybe let her out of the cuffs.
Okay. So there's a guard that is coming in your direction.
I have, canon that she's hypermobile and can dislocate her shoulder at will. Going to... You know, life imitates art. If this is my self-insert character, she'd be hypermobile.
Of course you do. Give me... Now, you're not gonna get away with just, like, being able to pop this sucker back in. You're gonna have to roll for this. So, you can absolutely dislocate it.
Okay.
No problem.
Then...
I want to know what the plan is after you get the guard to your cell. Because he would absolutely come in that direction after making sure that Charlie is in their cell.
She would, because I imagine a dislocated shoulder, it's very obvious to see that it's sticking out at an angle, so the idea is to draw him into the cell. And if he takes pity on her and takes the cuffs off, then she is going to, attempt a daring feat of gymnastics, because she probably took gymnastics when she was a kid, and try to slap the cuffs on him.
Well, just to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly, okay? You want the guard to come in, take your cuffs off because he sees the obvious dislocation. Want to try and do a gymnastics trick with a dislocated shoulder and slap the cuffs on. Am I understanding this correctly?
So it, not necessarily like using the arm, because I'm imagining like a Black Widow style, scissor kick, like takedown to try and bring him down.
Honey, to get his legs up, you're going to have to spring. Like she does the spring with both hands up.
She's tall and limber for her age. She took gymnastics for like 6 years because her mom didn't want to fucking take care of her after school. I imagine she's got this. If only out of pure spite.
Oh, you're gonna roll for it. I'm just making sure that I understand correctly. It is a dislocated shoulder you are still doing this with, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make this what am I gonna make this? Good God, Bridget.
This sounds like a grit roll if I've ever heard it.
It's both. There's going to be 2 rolls that happen here because you're going to have a grit roll to be able to handle the pain of your shoulder being out.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be a fight roll.
Okay.
Your grit roll, because you have a D8. This is a high DC. I am going to let you know right now. You need at least a 6 or higher on your grit roll in order to...
6 on my grit roll.
Perfect. So because you got the grit roll, you're going to go ahead and do the fight roll now.
Alright.
And that's your D12. So that's perfect. Lucky handles her shoulder being dislocated frequently. It's not something that she doesn't handle, so that is perfect.
7.
On a fight roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not clean. It is in no way, shape, or form clean.
in this
She
process.
probably intends to take him down with like a big flying scissor kick. She just charges him, really, and like
It ends up being more like a
battering
Into-
ram. Yeah.
into the cell door, and he. I'm gonna give it. Hello, we have a pops. Sorry, we got distracted by children entering my room. Hello, say hi, everybody. Hi. He's gonna smack his head, and kind of very groggily. If you time it well, you're gonna be able to get out the door.
So
And
she'll slap the cuffs on him, but she'll also try to look for like keys on that he might be carrying.
I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you an option here. Since she didn't roll that great on her fight roll, she rolled decent. He's gonna smack his head. He's disoriented. She's not gonna be able to get the cuffs on him because that DC wasn't 8. You were really close, but it wasn't quite there. So you can either find the keys or you can put the cuffs on him. You're not
Find
going to
the
be able.
keys.
Okay. You do find the keys. He has the keys on him. So. And then you would have enough time because he is disoriented to get out the door and shut the door behind you.
Okay.
It will give you that.
Oh, and if I have the keys, she might try to look for the right one to lock him in.
They're pretty primitive with it just kind of auto locks, so you don't want to
It auto locks. That solves the problem then.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So he's
gonna
locked
make
in.
it a little bit easier for you guys. The door's auto locked, so if you
Cool.
are to smack it shut on your way, that's why I asked to see if he shut the door or not.
Another grit to pop her shoulder back into place, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay. It's a 3.
Oh, you do, but there's a yelp that comes out of your mouth when it happens, and guard from door number 1 pops his head out and is staring right at you.
Runs.
Where? When you find a random jewel pod in your room.
When dog finds
Just away. I think she'll be looking for any sign of Twiggy or Charlie or where to go to get to Isaac, like trying to run and look.
You know where
Okay.
Charlie is because Charlie
Yep.
hears you yelp and is like, "Are you okay?"
Older Shay, it's located day. Unnamed. On my way. Saying shoulder dislocated on my way.
Do you need me to put it back?
Yeah, when I get there, she has the keys in her hand, and she will try to outrun the guy and find the right door.
So, Charlie's was cat corner, so you could see Charlie from your door. Not well, because your door was a little extra guarded than the rest of them, but a little extra padding, but you could see Charlie's.
Okay.
Give me a... Take her downstairs, please. Give me a grit roll?
Can I use my last adversity token to make it 5 instead of a 4?
Your grit's your D8, right?
Uh-huh.
You needed a 4. You're fine. You can push through the pain enough with your shoulder to get Charlie's door unlocked.
I found you. Where's Twiggy?
We went invisible.
Oh, good call. I locked one of them in the cell, but the other guy, he's coming. She looks to see how far away the other guy is.
So, how far away is the oubliette? Could I have heard the yelp?
Yes. So you went down the hall. So you and Charlie, or you, Dell, and Charlie were in this little, like, think of a T. So you're in the vertical part of the T.
Mhm.
Lucky off to the left. The oubliette is off to the right.
Okay, so I go back to them and I break invisibility.
Remember, there is a guard still coming.
Yeah, I break invisibility before the guard can see me. I sprint down. If I see the guard, I sprint down past the guard the other way. And passing by them, I tell Charlie and Lucky, I mean the others, and I'll tell them, Isaac in a hole back there, and I keep running,
Oh no.
hoping that the guard chases me.
Is there anything in the cell we could use to, like, hit him in the head like they did to Isaac?
Charlie was just gonna shoulder check the guard, like try and get him back in the cell to like close the door on him.
Just look head and shoulder. I've got your back.
Okay. Charlie. Roll me a fight roll.
Gonna catch these hands.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
Use
double explode.
Yeah, you remember to use your double dice.
Okay.
And because you are protecting Lucky, you can add a +3 to your total and tell me what you got. Man.
Okay.
That bag earlier. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a 15.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Charlie's got the adrenaline going.
Oh yeah. You absolutely clock this guy. You can tell me how you want it to go down, because he, at this point, with what you have, whatever you want.
Charlie upsets the guy's momentum, so he just topples back into the cell. Charlie just and just closes the door.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. In that process, he twists his ankle and smacks his head off of the floor on his way down. Guard's unconscious. You're good. At least this one. The other one's... The one in Lucky's cell is more disoriented than anything. So at this point, you still have Dell in a cell, and the other 3 are free moving. So
Can we see where they put our stuff?
So you still have anything that you hid on your person. Specifically, your switchblade is right where you stuffed it in the front of your hoodie, like wherever you stuffed it there. And then whatever you hid in your boot. They didn't really worry too much about you. They just took your backpack off of Charlie specifically. Lucky, you got searched. Miss, I want to steal all the Cukes. Dell and Twigs, just their bags are gone. Anything that they had on their person is gone. Isaac's stuff does not appear to be in this room.
Okay.
I
I was
don't know
thinking more
where it
about like Charlie was thinking about his first aid kit in his backpack.
So you do see your backpack up towards the front, on the other side of where Twigs was. Like your bags are there. They didn't really search you guys too hard. They just took off the big stuff, and because you weren't the biggest problem. The biggest problem is stuck in a hole and was handcuffed because, Cukes and being disloyal to the monarchy.
This new Hamilton tracks looks weird.
One last moment to finish on.
Yeah.
Does Isaac see the twig?
That's a great question. Yes.
Or is that the cliffhanger?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna leave that as a cliffhanger
Oh yeah.
to see that. We will resolve that at the beginning of next session.
Hell yeah.
All right, lovely beans. What was y'all's favorite moment of the session tonight?
I will say one that's not the obvious one. Actually, my favorite moment was the conversation between Twiggy and Princess Josie. Was so adorable, but also like credit where credit is due. Maddie, you're GMing. The way you converse as NPCs is amazing. Like,
Getting better all the time.
even just down to the language that you use, like you really embody these characters and make it believable. So like, massive props.
Yeah.
Thanks. I forget which voices I use for everybody, so I'm still learning that part, but thank you. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. And of course, Cuke Gate, as it will probably be called now.
A cute gate.
I was definitely gonna say cute gate.
Never gonna live that down.
Nope.
Never gonna live that down.
No, we're not rickrolling on top of everything. Get out of here.
Cut to credits.
Oh my god, I'm done.
If you don't immediately roll a rickroll at the end of this does not need to be in there, but if you don't roll a rickroll, I'm going to be disappointed in you as we go to it.
What year did that song come out?
Oh my god.
I think in the 80s.
1987. Yeah, it's been out for a year.
Yeah.
It's still in the charts, probably.
Hey.
Bridget, Ailey, whomever wants to go, if you had a favorite moment.
Oh, okay. So to kind of add on to the GMing train, I heard you ask what role would be best, and then I heard you say, "Oh, this role would be higher for you." And the fact that like you're setting your players up for success from the jump, it's chef's kiss. It's a good DM trick. I love it.
Yeah, 100%.
So that and the whole thing about the awkward grade school romance burgeoning. it's amazing. It's chef's kiss.
I also called it from session 1 and had no idea, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm the GM. I get to know this information now. Give me.
Love that.
I also want to add that the description of the Summer Queen was fantastic. All of the flowers and the vibe, the clothes, all of the
Lucky, are you my mom?
Yeah.
Mom? I didn't know we had a Gorga again here.
Oh my god, yes.
Yep.
Well, we had the Brenham rant, so we might as well have a Gorgug as well.
Yeah.
Zakoyama.
I really just want to say the whole thing. Like, the cucumbers into the rant, but also Charlie eating the flowers before Twiggy did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
C pulling out the actual prop, which was
Also being gifted the super
don't-
knife.
Yes.
yes. I don't
I
know
was trying
if
to figure out,
if
like,
I was-
I knew off the bat I wanted Twiggy to be able to go invisible. It just made the most sense because, tiny little bit where they need to.
I don't know if I was muted when C pulled the flower out, but if I wasn't, there was definitely a absolute cackle from me.
Yes.
Also, Twiggy's escape was, I was just like on the edge of my seat, like, oh, please, get the escape, the invisible escape. Yes.
I thought he was gonna go between the bars.
Oh, I didn't know that I was small enough.
Call.
These are like just regular for your cell. Yours was the least guarded because you didn't do anything. You're just there by association. So yours is like, like the old timey jail cells where they're just the vertical bars. But you're a child. These aren't for child size. They're made for adults. So you could have. I liked yours. Yours was it was
I just thought that's what you were gonna do was.
I didn't know it was an option. I could have.
What have? You have whatever tools to your ability, whatever you want to do. If it's cool, I'm gonna let you do it. I learned from the best. Rule of cool. Do you? I'm gonna tell you what you gotta do to get there. And my favorite session. Oh my gosh, there were so freaking many. But I want to give credit where credit's due there, bud, because crafting the Isaac Brennan tirade.
I was typing that up for most of the session.
Yeah, as soon as you told me that this is going to happen this session, I'm like, okay, is it going to be done off the cuff? Or are you going to actually plan this? Is where my brain went. And I'm like, either way, it's going to be immaculate because you're you and you do this shit all the time. So I'm not real worried about it. But,
Just noticing.
Even the cadence was perfect. Like, it was literally perfect.
I watched a lot of Dropout. What can I say?
That goes for all of us. We here at QJ fully support the Dropout team. We adore you all.
Hashtag Samurai for Quest Junkies.
Yes. We will accept you at any table at any given time. Thank you.
Get ready for a game changer.
I was here the whole time. All right, friends. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned. I thought we were going to wrap up the session, but shenanigans ensued, and you get another AV club. What do we got to do here? We here at Quest Junkies, we go with the flow and we go where we want. So, until next time, stay well, enjoy, and your random 80s closing fact is going to be... Oh, let's see. Lisa Frank has her own propriety ink. It is a mixture that makes colors brighter.
I learned something today.
Isn't that the point of the AV club?
Of
Yes.
course.
On that note, we love you all. Join us again next time for some more nerds and shenanigans, and see if these hooligans can get out of an oubliette. Until next time.